treat your phones is beyond me sometimes, man.
What do you mean?
With the way you fucking threw them around in the airport. It was like, whatever.
Because they're stronger than you think. People put these cases on them and they're like, oh, I need to protect my phone. Like, this phone has never had a case on it.
Dude, I think you could kill someone with an OtterBox.
I could. Dude, you know what I like about this?
Oh.
Put this down. Click right here. Right? Ready for this?
Uh-huh.
There's my text messages.
Oh my fucking god.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Yosemite.
What?
Yosemite Sam.
Okay.
How the fuck? What's that mountain?
Yosemite?
You sure?
Yeah.
What's the new operating system?
Yosemite?
Yeah.
That's what it's called?
I think so. Right there?
Yosemite, yeah.
Okay.
Like Yosemite Sam.
I thought it was like Yosemite.
Yosemite?
Yosemite. Like you send a night, but Yosemite.
Anyway. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Board to Alaska, starring Scott Hallhane, Russell Ariel. Scott, it's good to be back.
It is.
It is very good to be back. It's been a while.
It's been 2 weeks.
It has been 2 weeks.
It's been a week.
You've been really good about keeping the schedule. I'm amazed and proud, and I'm very happy since I texted you roughly 10 times a day about posting the new episodes.
Yeah, well, I don't understand why it takes 13 hours to upload something to YouTube, but apparently it does. So.
Well, YouTube is very, very strict and concise about what they want on their website.
I'm not sure it's that. I think my internet's just slow.
I'm pretty sure it's that, because what are you going to do? Are you going to have two assholes talking about bullshit, or are you going to have fucking cat videos? You want cat videos.
No, you don't want cat videos.
You can never have too many cat videos.
I disagree.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a cat video I didn't love.
I've seen plenty I didn't love.
Oh, then you're heartless.
That may be true, but I also don't like cats all that much.
And your dogs are assholes.
My dogs are awesome.
They are awesome, but they're assholes.
Oh, yeah.
My dogs are assholes. They're huge assholes.
No, they aren't. They're small. Even small dogs.
You right there?
Yeah, I was moving closer to the mic.
Like you should.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
so what have you been up to, Russ, this past week?
Just working a lot. What have I done? I went and saw we had a learning event for our company, and I went and saw the new Alaska Airlines Center.
What is the Alaska Airlines Center?
That's the new arena for UEA sports.
Oh, okay, yeah. Right next to the hospital?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a very, very nice facility. But,
Is that picture you sent me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very
Okay.
nice. Very nice scoreboard. Until the Sullivan Arena replaced their scoreboard this year, this scoreboard at the Alaska Airlines Center would have been nicer than the one they had.
They replaced that, the Sullivan?
Yeah. They got something real nice, real new.
Yeah, I haven't been there since we went and saw the hockey game.
I got a job there.
Oh, wow. I know you did. You're talking to me about security and how you used to shoot people.
The person that does the hiring has been in Vegas for like the last 2 weeks. So, unfortunately, I haven't been able to get a chance to work there yet. But I will, and I'll be able to throw my weight around with the kids who are standing on the wall at events.
You just like telling people what to do, don't you?
Hmm?
You just like telling people what to do, don't you?
I do. That's why I did the bus attending for 7 years.
You're a manager at heart, Russ.
No, God, no.
Yep.
I told you I did that management work at the Daily News.
No, I don't remember that either.
What?
Yeah.
I never told you about that?
No.
Oh my God, dude, that was the worst job I've ever had. Easily the worst job I ever had. I remember I was a manager for the Anchorage Daily News, for the home deliverers.
Mm-hmm.
The people that
like
would deliver the
papers
newspaper
and
in the
everything?
morning. Yes, I was a manager of a district that My district covered from about
Like Muldoon area?
no, from about Boniface to about downtown.
Okay.
That was my entire district, and
Mhm.
I was responsible for all the people delivering papers down there, and that was the worst job. I worked there for 4 months, and I had 2 days off where I didn't work
That doesn't sound right.
in 4 months. It was a salary job, and if you had routes open, which I did for the entire time I was there, you had to run the route yourself,
Mhm.
you know. And so I'd have open routes, and they were concerned for the longest time that it was a bad manager, whoever had that area at the time.
Yeah.
And I think I kind of went on to prove that it maybe is just a bunch of shitty newspaper delivery people, you know. Oh my god, they're just making me angry. Think about it. Because I initially started out delivering papers just to make some extra money. This is back when I was married and I was living paycheck to paycheck. Like, literally, just after all the bills and shit, we'd be walking away with a little bit of money, and a lot of this extras and shit would go towards my ex-wife and stuff she did. And I'm not here to complain about it, but like, the extras that I would get would be like a fucking comic book. Like, every few weeks. A comic book. Like, a single issue comic book would be like a treat for me to have. Like, going to McDonald's was like going out. That was the, going out for us. It was a shitty time. Like, I'm sure and I know there's so many more poor people out there, but that have it really, really bad. I have it really good. But it was just such an awful time. And then the fact on top of that is, like, I was working every night. It was nights. I fucking worked nights. Which I hate doing. But I would go in around 11 o'clock at night, and I wouldn't get done till probably 9 in the morning. 9, 10 in the morning. And because your salary, no overtime.
Mm-hmm.
You just work.
Just get paid what you get paid.
You're just working what you're working. And I know a lot of people at the tour company do that. But, I mean, now that works in their favor because it's the off season. There is no off season for what we were doing, even though newspaper is kind of a dying industry and no one really cares anymore.
Really?
Yeah. That was the worst.
It's gonna be a long off season in a little bit.
It's gonna be a real long off season.
Once iPad.
What do you mean? Like, people want a smaller paper for twice as much money. They don't want that. And I would always get chastised, like, because people would miss houses or people wouldn't deliver it correctly, which I never understood that term. Like, how do you really deliver a newspaper wrong?
Well, if it lands upside down, Russ.
I don't think that would matter.
Yeah. It's all about the delivery. When you walk up to that paper, it needs to be laying on the ground, all folded up in its little orange condom, sitting on the ground. It needs to say Anchorage Daily News clearly on the front. If it's upside down, it fucks your day.
Orange condom.
It's like if you flip a coin and it lands tails instead of heads. It's just like,
I don't know. You got me thinking on this orange condom thing. That sounds like a money-making idea to me.
I don't know about
that. Or just sell condoms, like old newspaper prints. Like from famous, like, newspapers, like Titanic sinks.
like the one where I'm on.
That's a double entendre there. Or you know,
It's like having an audience.
Eisenhower loses, you know.
Yeah, that was a weird one, wasn't it? The one where he won?
We got Dillinger. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was Eisenhower, but I forget.
I forget which president that was.
Where he holds up the paper declaring he lost when he won.
Yeah. I would have kept that forever. I'd have framed that shit and put it in
Oh,
my
I'm
house.
sure he did. Oh, I'm sure he did. Or Dillinger's dead.
Put it up in the White House and be like, yeah, I lost.
I lost like a fox, motherfucker.
Every single time that you address the nation on TV, I'd have that hanging in the background. Just so that newspaper guy in the back's just like, God! He won't let this go. I have to deal with it for another 4 years.
He probably hung himself after that. Got his hopes up. Anyway, shitty job. Yeah, man. I just worked so much. I was sleeping all day and just it was the worst. And I made like $17 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Equivalent of that. And what a lot of people might tell you when they work salary, it's they say, well, and when you work salary, you can either have sometimes you might have like a 60-hour work week, but you might also get like a 20 or 30-hour work week. Dude, with this particular job, if you did everything correctly and you had all your routes filled and you had nothing else to take care of and everything was running fine, you could not do it in under 40. You needed 40 to just keep it adequate. And that was terrible. And God, I just kept getting hung up for other people's sins because they couldn't deliver a fucking newspaper correctly. And I gotta tell you, getting fired from that job because eventually, I just too many missing papers to bear, and I finally got let go in January, and that was probably the single happiest day of my life. Just because there was this huge weight off my shoulders. Like I was thinking of quitting and going back to the school district for a while, but then my friend there said, she's like, I would just wait till they fire you, make them fire you, so you can go on unemployment, and I did. And that was the happiest day of my life. They sat me down and they said, well, this is what you did wrong. And unfortunately, this means, this is termination. And I was like, all right. I was like, oh, all right. Like, well, what are you going to do? And they started saying something else about why they were firing me. And I literally stopped him and said, I'm fired, right? I don't have to listen to you anymore. So, I don't, bye, You
didn't want constructive feedback, Russ?
No, I didn't need it. But they also made me fill out my last bit of mileage to get reimbursed for, which was nice, but I was like, oh, can't you do that? I don't want to sit here much longer. And that was fun.
Was that summer that you were working like 3 jobs?
Yeah.
So I remember that, yeah. You worked at the gym, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Got ripped.
Yeah, that was when I started looking like Clive Owen. Oh, that's a topical reference.
What movie has he been in lately?
Nothing.
I know.
I just said that's a topical reference.
'Cause I remember
Chris Pratt. We'll go with Chris Pratt.
Who's that?
Guardians of the Galaxy?
Oh, yeah. The leather jacket dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the raccoon.
No, not the raccoon.
Not the raccoon, okay. Not the tree.
Oh, I would kill for that body. Groot.
The tree?
Yeah, man.
Who was that? Vin Diesel or Michael Rourke?
That was Vin Diesel.
Who's Michael Rourke?
Michael Rourke is...
He's the other guy, right?
Oh, you mean Michael Rooker?
Yeah, Rooker, that's what it was. Yeah.
He was the blue guy.
Yeah, the blue guy. I never saw that movie.
Really?
No.
I think you'd like it. I think it's cool.
Oh, yeah?
You gonna download it now?
I don't know. I don't know how I download it now. It's not out yet.
So, now that it got to depress everybody, how about you, sir?
I don't see how that's depressing.
What have you done?
What have I done? In like general or this last week?
Just since we last spoke on the podcast.
Nothing much. Just kind of hanging out at home, watching movies, working, games, getting really frustrated at my TV.
You've been posting a lot of videos on Facebook.
Yeah, I'd post it on Twitter, but it's not connecting for some reason.
I'm
tired of annoying people with all this stuff on Facebook. I'd rather just put it on Twitter.
I don't know. It looks like you're having a good time shooting things.
Oh, they make it too easy, Russ. There's a button on the controller that you hit share and it just goes. And it's up in 2 seconds.
That's where I felt that they should go with the Call of Duty franchise. They should go back to the American Revolution.
Why?
Or
do you imagine the online on that?
It's like
they all line up, fire, and they're all packing their shit in, and they're charging. Actually, no, that'd be kind of cool. You start off online, you all get one shot, and then you gotta pack it and just charge. It's like a 5-second team deathmatch.
That's that's the same kind of good idea that I had with my Star Trek diplomacy game. You just kind of sit around the desk and talk about how you should handle things.
Did you ever play there's this version of dodgeball in elementary school where you guys all line up like that, like a firing line, and then all throw a ball. Did you ever play that?
Yeah.
Yeah, where you all
Is
throw.
Is that still called dodgeball?
It's not dodgeball. It's like some version of it where 2 sides line up.
It's called therapy in your future.
No, 2 sides line up. Everybody gets a ball. They all take one throw, and then whoever gets hit is out, and then the line gets shorter on either side. Then you each take a step forward, so they're closer, and then they throw again, and they take another step closer and throw again until one side's gone.
Okay, so on one side, you have people that are self-conscious and don't fit in at school and go home and listen to music and write in their journals. On the other side, you have people who their father drinks and is never quite proud of them enough. And so, to feel adequate, they need to throw the ball at the helpless people on the other line.
Yeah.
Until they eliminate everyone.
But both sides are throwing at each other. It's not like they're all running around. You're kind of just standing there.
Oh, I thought you were doing like a firing squad.
No.
You just kind of sit there and you have to wait. You can move around and you can...
No, you imagine Civil War, where they all line up, right? And they all fire and they reload. Yeah. But it's like that, where both sides fire. They send a volley over. Then whoever gets hit on either line, they sit out, and the line gets shorter, and then both teams take a step forward.
I think war should go back to that. Doing one.
How quick it'd be?
The other? I think it might take forever.
Y'all.
It might justify having a fucking 10-year war.
The U.S. lines up. What's the new terrorist? The IRA people or whatever the fuck?
ISIS.
IRS?
ISIS or ISIL?
Something like that.
I've heard them called both.
Yeah, anyways, both sides line up, right? A little redhead guy walks out. He's like, hey, you guys ready to do this? And yeah. And then 2 A-10s go over and just strafe them. And that's over.
Well, that just sounds familiar with some soldiers.
Hmm?
Dad didn't love you enough, so you gotta... So I went out last weekend.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Clubbing?
Huh?
Clubbing?
Clubbing.
You do your Tom Cruise hip-hop dance? And the Tropic Thunder? Yeah, there you go.
I've done that.
Huh.
Where I got really wasted, and when the Apple Bottom Jeans came on, I was just doing that dance.
I never liked that song.
It's not a great song now.
No, it's not.
But no, I went out with my hetero life mate, John, and we went to this place called Al's.
I think I saw pictures of that. He was
No,
wearing a red jersey.
No, that was at Asia Garden.
Oh.
That was at the karaoke place. We'll get there. We went to Al's, which is also a karaoke place out there by Diamond, and it at one time was more or less kind of the middle-aged bar, like a lot of people kind of
gay bar
hanging on to their youth. No, the gay bars here are Mad Myrna's and Kodiak. They're both downtown.
So that's Michael Rooker.
No, that's Batista.
No, it's not.
Yeah, the wrestler.
Oh, I thought you were saying like Batista, like in Dexter.
No. Batista got fucking ripped, man.
Well, he had a lot of makeup on. You don't know.
It was like my fat suit. You can't put it on there.
Who played the raccoon?
The raccoon was the voice of Bradley Cooper.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
I can't believe you didn't see it, dude. That was really funny.
Well,
It was a good movie.
I'll have to watch it then.
I think you'll like it.
Well, I know it's gonna be good. I really wanted to see it. It's just kind of one of those ones that went over my head.
So many things go over your head.
Well, because it came out in the middle of summer, didn't it? Like during summer. Yeah.
August.
I can't watch movies in the summer.
You were super busy.
Yeah.
You had like almost no room to breathe.
It was awesome.
You were sleeping in a cot out at the airport.
No. I just didn't sleep.
You were sleeping in the vans.
Nope. I just didn't sleep, Russ.
You were wide-eyed.
Mm-mm.
During you were sitting in the MOD office. You had your eyes like held open like a Clockwork Orange, just like I'm good.
No, I remember last summer I was working hard too. That's when you were working more there, and I didn't have enough time to go home, so I just kind of like sat in the parking lot and fell asleep in the car.
Yeah,
and I posted a Facebook message on there for someone to come wake me up. It was meant for you, and you guys ignored me.
Why didn't you send a text message to me?
Because I figured it would pop up and you'd go, "Oh, okay." I figured like a mass message to everybody that's working would work better than just sending it to you. And apparently no one saw it. I was just still sitting in the parking lot asleep and saw you guys leaving the building.
Well, you could have sent it to Kevin and he would have never done anything.
He wouldn't have done anything. He would have saw it.
Even if he was right over there and you were sleeping right here, he wouldn't have done anything.
I don't
know. So we went to Al's, and I think we were going to try to go do some karaoke, but when we got in there, it was super dead. It's like a hip-hop club now, and a lot of African Americans there, and Afro-Americans, and they were playing a lot of rap music, which is not really my thing, but it's John's thing, so we sat there and had a drink, and we decided, it was pretty dead, so we decided to get out of there after that drink. But then we went outside for a minute because I needed to, I think, send a text message to Sarah. So we sat in this little smoker's tent, and this guy came out, and we started like just joking out loud about like football or something, and he started talking to us, and I don't know where it came about, but I started talking to him about the podcast and how he had a podcast, and he was really fascinated by it for some reason.
This random guy?
Let me pull up his name. I know I have his.
You just take down people's names.
I got his number to do stuff with a DT.
You're just picking up fucking dudes like crazy, aren't you?
I am picking up.
Scared me a little bit how good you are at that.
Hey, my name's DT. What's yours? Oh, it doesn't matter. Slaps his hand out of the way, grabs his cock, puts it in my mouth. We don't mess around with the middleman.
Apparently not.
And he started. He was really like, and he started getting excited about the idea of someone who does a podcast. So I gave him the link to ours to listen to the first episode.
And he never talked to you again.
And, well, he hasn't yet, because I didn't give him my number. I have his, and I'll probably hit him up later just see if there's anything he can do to help us increase our fan base. But he got really like, we started talking about, and he started rattling off all these ideas of what we could do. Because he suggested that we should go do a live episode out there.
For who?
I guess the bar audience. I don't know. He wasn't
wasn't
like some random dude. He was the MC and DJ of the place.
Oh.
So he was like, "Yeah, we can hold that here, or like we can do like live shows." And I've talked about eventually if we have enough of a fan base, I like to do live shows, but to who in that particular area? It's like no one's gonna like. I'm grateful for all the listeners that we have as it is, because I mean we go off topic so much. We don't talk about much that's extremely important. So I don't know what he's what we would talk about in a live show at this bar. And then he started giving me ideas of what we could do on the show. And he started talking about like more like a radio show.
Okay.
And he's like, you know what you could do is you could do prank phone calls, and then the more popular they get, the more you can do. Like you do 2 or 3 a day, and he started going on and on about that, and that's where he kind of lost me, because I was like, prank phone calls I feel are so goddamn hack, and just so morning showish. I'm not gonna do that. I kind of just, for the sake of being friendly, because he was plastered out of his mind. He may not even remember me for all I know, but I was like, I'm not doing that. But what are you doing?
I'm checking out something.
Uh,
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it.
so yeah, that was my DT experience. He was a nice guy, though. He was a super nice guy. One idea that came out of it was when one of his friends came out, and we were talking about doing this thing where we watch like old blaxploitation movies, like Dolomite and shit, and doing a live commentary as it goes on. And those movies are so bad, it would just be right.
I've never heard of them before.
You never heard of blaxploitation movies?
No.
They're just they were like in response to white movies, just like all black cast, and just kind of usually. Did you see Black Dynamite?
No. It sounds familiar though.
You need to see Black Dynamite. Black Dynamite.
Is that Samuel Jackson one?
Huh?
That Samuel Jackson?
No. Michael J. White. It's funny.
No idea who that is.
I can dig it. But yeah, that was that. Oh, and then we also went to a country bar.
Country bar?
Yeah. Went to
Thought you didn't like country music, Russ.
Well, it was near Al's, and we're just like, we've never really seen this place when it's not just like football games, so I decided to go in and take a look. And it was just like shit kickers and cowboy hats, as far as the eye could see. We tried our hand at line dancing.
Why'd you go ahead and do that?
Well, I thought it'd be funny. It was not. Not even the slightest.
Well, you need to make it funny.
Well, how do I make it funny? I mean, I can take my shirt off, I guess.
You could do that, or you could just do it right.
I don't know how to do it right.
You don't know how to line dance?
No. You?
I used to.
Do you think you could bust it out next weekend if we went down there?
I'm not old enough, but whatever.
That's where we're going on your 21st birthday. We're going.
No, it doesn't sound like fun at all. I'd much rather just sit down and do one of these.
You're going to get so hammered.
No, I'm not. So I don't plan on doing any of that.
So you want to have a show on your birthday and you're not going to drink?
Yep.
So it will just be like we're recording.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
I don't like celebrating my birthday, Russ.
Does anybody?
I don't know. Do you?
I did this year because my 30th, and we went out, had a good time, went bar hopping. First time I got drunk in months. Like such a long time.
Okay. Yeah, no, I don't like doing it for some reason.
You don't like drinking?
Fun. No, like celebrating my birthday party. It's weird. I don't like being the center of attention.
You don't like being the center of attention?
On this, I'm fine with it. No, but not like for birthday parties and stuff like that. I always feel uncomfortable.
So you don't want to go to Bouncing Bears or something?
No. God, no. Bouncing Bears is a horror show.
Have you been there?
Yeah.
I haven't been in there.
You've been in there?
No.
No?
Oh. Of course, you got a ton of sisters.
Yeah,
and by ton, you have 3.
Feels like more.
Which one's the castle fiend? The youngest?
Yeah, Mia.
Yeah. She tried to convince your dad to take out the inflatable one.
I don't think we have an inflatable one anymore.
You used to have one?
Yes.
You used to have an inflatable castle.
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
You mean everybody doesn't have an inflatable castle?
You don't?
No, I don't.
That surprises me for some reason.
Why is that?
I don't know. It just does.
I mean, I got a new bed, but I don't have a... What are you doing?
I'm fucking with shit.
During the fucking show?
Shut it, Russ. Something doesn't seem right. It doesn't look like it's... It's fine. Whatever.
Has
Continue
it
on.
not been recording? Is this just going to be a bunch of...
There's a very good
muffled?
chance it hasn't been recording, but...
Well, I mean, it's been recording, but it's just going to be a bunch of muffled sounds.
Maybe. Who knows? We'll see at the end.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah, it does. You know we have no idea what we're doing with any of this equipment.
You do. You seem to have a better grasp on it.
Well, I'm trying to figure it out. As far as I know, there's a red line going across my screen with a red bar. That assumingly means it's recording.
Uh-huh.
And there's spikes in here.
Everyone likes spikes.
Yeah, like Spike Lee. But there's
Oh.
spikes in here that show me that something's happening.
Yeah, that's kind of alarming.
I don't really know what, but it's happening.
Oh, I have something to share with you.
Hmm.
I received an email. Now, during my marriage years, we acquired a little bit of debt.
In a formative element.
No, beyond that, dude. Like we had we had some outstanding debts and stuff. And actually, next Friday will be the final payment I'm making on the last of the
The Last of Us game for PS3 and PS4.
yes, the extra debts. And I'll be pretty much debt free.
That's
outside
awesome.
of my bills, yeah.
Now you get to buy another comic book for yourself.
I get to buy. It's all mine.
Yeah, it is. You can look at that glossy cover,
I love glossy covers.
bag and board it, throw it in your shelf.
I don't even know how to back and board shit.
You put a board behind the thing so it doesn't bend, and you put a bag over it, seal it.
Do you ever wish you
Or
could
you
go
can
back
send
in
it off
time?
to CGC and have them like...
You ever wish you could go and find a comic book shop back in 1990 whatever with
1994
or
when I was
2000
born.
something with The Walking Dead. Get a mint #1.
Yeah.
Slide that into a bag and board and just leave it alone.
I think it'd be fun just to like have them. I don't really care if they're #1s or not. Just like have them all. I'd totally spend the money to get them like sealed in that carbonite or whatever the fuck it is.
Just do the entire run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a cool thing to have, I think.
I mean, obviously the older ones will.
Because I've bought the first version, the first like, I don't know, 40 issues. I've bought them like 3 times each, 4 times each.
Why?
Because I have them, I bought them digitally twice because I lost it. Because when Comixology switched over and Amazon bought it, my account got all screwed up. I couldn't sign back into it, and I tried to call and it wouldn't work. So I was like, screw it. I made another account. And I rebought everything. And then I bought the first 10 in the little books, right? You know, like they come like a little thick book. It's like not a hard...
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's like 10 issues in one little book. I was like, oh, cool. I bought that. And I bought the volume 2, which is the next 10. So there's like 20 in there. And then I went to Bosco's and I found they have these really nice like hardcover versions with like 40 issues in them that have like all the glossy pages. They're about like this big. It was only like $30, so I bought that too.
You should do like glossy stuff.
I do like glossy stuff. Just like your guitar.
Rub it on your face. I like it.
Everything needs to be glossy. Matte finishes are just so dull. So I can't put a case on this one.
I like matte finishes. I like glossy too.
Yeah.
Like
Each of them have their way.
anyway, so during that time, I had acquired a number of debts, and now I am on the verge of being done with them. So I received an email for the second time in 3 years.
Ask if you want to have more debt and take more loans.
No. It's from a place called ACS Inc. Incorporated. The amount due is $989.50. Okay. So, I have had emails from debt collectors, not an unusual thing. Um, much that goes along with the phone calls.
Mm-hmm.
The letter opens up, "Dear debtor."
Yes, you are a debtor.
Not a good start.
Your debitor.
Our company (parentheses ACS Incorporated) has authorized us to recover the full amount due to them. As we put your social security number into our national checking database system, we found that you have been never charged for. Okay, okay. I'm gonna start over again. As we put your social security number into our national checking database system, we found that you have been never charged for a fraud activity. That's the reason courthouse has decided to give you the chance to take care of this issue outside of the court without having to report on your credit history and social security number. No punctuation, none whatsoever. That's why I'm having difficulty
It's a
reading
debit
this.
company, Russ. It's not a grammar facility.
It doesn't matter. Just
It
the
does.
fact that it says, as we put your social security number into our national checking database system, we found that you have been never charged for a fraud activity.
Okay.
So now you know that it's out of the country. It's their English is a second language.
Like India.
We regret that if we do not receive your response within the next 48 hours, we shall have no alternative but to take action through your local county court to recover the amount due, together with the court costs and legal fees, which approximately is $4,203.86, which would be you wouldn't know with your legal fees until it actually came through.
Yeah.
Now it gets into thick capital letters.
Like bold.
Bold.
There you go.
So in internet sense, they're yelling at me right now, Scott. As you are the defaulter on this credit,
Is it all capital?
it's all capital.
Is it underlined?
No.
Is it italicized?
They must not be that.
Is it a fancy font or a brick font?
No, this is just normal.
Okay.
So they're
kind of mad, but not really mad.
They're mad, but they're not willing to like hunt me down and hit my kneecaps with a baseball bat. Mad. As you are a defaulter on this Credit United Legal Investigation Bureau, seems like a bunch of fucking words thrown together, has stated 3 serious allegations against you, and they are: 1, a violation of federal banking regulation. Number 2, collateral check fraud. 3, theft by deception. So
Because you can be very deceiving.
I can be deceiving.
Yeah.
If court action is taken in judgment, decree obtained against you to recover the sum due, we may need to ask the court to make one of the following orders should the debt remain unpaid. 1, warrant of execution, in parentheses, exceptional attachment order. Seizures of sale of movable, non-essential assets, property by the county bailiff or sheriff officer. 2, attachment of earnings arrestment, deduction from your wages by your employer or arrestment of part of your salary to satisfy the debt. The factual basis for the complaint is as follows. You agreed to return the funds from the aforementioned income advancement as per contract. And this is all fucking legal jargon they're using to scare you. Because they don't think that you know what it means. And they think that you're just going to call, and try to fix it.
But they don't know that you are a lawyer.
They don't know that I have
And
been
you
studying law for the last 25 years.
Are the inspiration for Bob Odenkirk's character.
I have been performing law for 20 years under the name Saul Goodman, and they don't know.
You do drive a Lincoln, and you are represented by Matthew McConaughey.
I hated that movie.
That was an amazing movie. Fuck you.
And as per the agreement, the funds have yet to be returned to the collateral and is proven to be null, that is to say, of no value. At present, ACS Incorporated is seeking either of the following remedies. All funds be returned as per terms of initial contract. Dear customer, as we are investigating your profile, we found you to be a genuine person.
You are a real human being.
They don't even know what kind of piece of shit I am.
Is this even real?
We We found you to be a genuine person, so it's to our duty to help you out. But for that, we need some right answers from your side. Also, we would like to know your intentions.
Okay.
Is to get drunk and jerk off and go to sleep. If you recently settled this account, please contact us immediately to avoid further action. Otherwise, payment options are set out overly for alternative email us now to pay your agree repayment plan with us. Again, if you want to resolve this matter, then contact us immediately through email during working hours from Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Note, this case is under investigation under major credit bureaus. Yours sincerely, Collections and Legal Department, ACS Legal.
Hey, it's Southwest.
So, you are an 18-year-old young adult. You
I'm
go
20.
out. You go out and you go out, and maybe you get a credit card. You get a loan of some sort, and you receive that email. What does 18-year-old Scott think? Just in that exact same wording.
I don't know. It did sound kind of funny.
I mean, do you take it at face value, and do you try to call them and work out something?
I think I'd call him. That doesn't sound right.
Just in the email itself, the grammar is terrible, and the fact that like one of the most disappointing parts.
I don't like that guy.
Why? Okay. Is that they don't address me personally.
By name.
Whenever I have been contacted by a person collecting a debt, they know who I am, my social security number, and they tell me that's part of the deal. Mm-hmm. They want you to know that we're asking, is this who you are?
Yeah, they want you to know that they know who you are and that you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like in a way like, oh, we caught you. It's just like we're just making sure that this is the right person that we're talking to.
Yeah.
And none of that there.
It sounds too general.
It sounds too general.
To anybody.
So I decided to do what any curious common adult would do.
And tweet at them.
No.
Okay.
I Googled it. I Googled the firm, and the first 5 results. It is a real firm. But they don't deal with that.
Mm-hmm.
And the first 5 results are: is ACS a scam? The first 5 things is talking about scams and people talking about that. So Monday morning, I'm going to call them.
Not right now.
They said their business hours are.
Let's call them right
Friday. Now. We'll call them. I'll tell you what. We'll call them. We'll call them on the break between episodes.
Oh, call them right now.
No. Hey, we're gonna call them on the break between episodes, and if I even get somebody, then we'll talk to them.
All right.
But I would love to just call them on their shit.
I don't know how you're gonna call them on the break in between episodes because that is a full week.
I'll call them during that week break.
Yeah.
Because there is no way that we record these things back to back.
No.
And yeah. But it's just so insulting. Mm-hmm. Like, you think I wouldn't Google that shit? Like,
there's a lot of idiots out there, Russ.
There is. I was reading a story, or not reading. I overheard a story that someone was telling me about their friend who was told that they owed like thousands in like $10,000 in back taxes from the IRS. They called them up on their own phone and said, "This is we're the IRS and you owe this much." I said, "Well, I don't have that much." I said, "Well, what do you have? We can settle on that." Already doesn't sound conspicuous. And they said, "Okay, well, we'll settle for that amount, but can you we need you to pay immediately, and the only payment we accept are those little green cards that you get at like Walgreens.
Mm-hmm.
The little debit cards for people who don't want bank accounts and
Yeah.
shit like that.
Why wouldn't you want a bank account?
I don't know, but it's like, what? Why the fuck? Like, that's not your first clue of that shit. Like, and this is like the second or third.
Fuck, Russ. It's not plugged in.
So what?
I had a lot of stuff that needed to be saved on it.
The what?
Just keep talking.
Okay. But that bummed me out. Just, I don't know. Ooh, that's fancy.
Isn't it? It's a magnet. Okay, it didn't die.
Your face died. So we're doing 47 minutes.
Well, I'm really happy that it looks like it's kind of in focus this time, at least.
It looks good already from here. I don't look as
How good's
much
your
of
vision?
I don't look as much of a fat piece of shit.
I'm telling you, this backdrop is working. All right. You know what it looks like, Russ?
Huh?
You know where it looks like we are?
Who?
Heaven. Chilling.
Okay.
Dude. Never mind. I had a good idea, but I didn't want to put it out there yet.
Yeah, you have anything to add?
As far as
Missed anything?
checking fraud and
Checking fraud.
checking, I don't know.
Chicken fraud.
Chicken fraud. Chicken fried.
Chicken fraud pie.
You know what? I'm a chicken fried. You know you like that song.
Oh, dude, I would. You go down for chicken fraud. You go to prison for 10 years.
These are not real chickens.
What are you in here for? Chicken fraud.
You in here for murder?
And you hang yourself.
I can't live with myself. I'm so ashamed.
All right. I think we can wrap it up.
Not yet. I think we can keep going.
Nah. We
Yeah.
can wrap it up. There's nothing else to talk about.
There's 9 minutes. We can fill 8 minutes.
With what?
I don't know. So you didn't do anything this week besides work and sit and watch Chucky.
I've been watching a lot more of those old horror movies lately. I'm watching the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, some of the Friday the 13th, and I'm watching some Chucky movies lately, which I was never really a fan of growing up. I actually used to scare pretty easy when I was a kid, so that kind of shit would scare me. I remember one of my earliest memories of something horrible watching was the movie Creepshow. You ever see that?
No.
No, terrible. But I found that was scary. And maybe I'll face my demons and watch that this week.
I realized this is not scary at all. This is bullshit.
These movies are all like pretty quaint. Like just like
If the movies that came out now were out when I was like 10, that would have scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I don't like the Saw movies, and I don't like the Hills of
I
Ice.
actually like the Saw. I don't like Hills of Ice.
The shit are just too real. Like it's just like I like the campiness to the violence. That's why I think I love the zombie thing so much because it's just so over the top. It doesn't really scare me.
Real, Russ.
It is real.
Yeah, it's gonna happen. But yeah, no, I like the Saw movies, not for the whole gore aspect or anything. Just like how they actually turned that into a decent story, and you didn't think it was gonna be at the beginning.
I thought the premise of it was interesting because of this guy who's dying doesn't feel other people are appreciating their life. So, it's like that scene in Fight Club where he almost shoots the shop owner, has a gun pressed to his head, and then he finally lets him go.
Yeah.
And Edward Norton's like, what the fuck? What are you doing? Like, he's going to wake up and feel the best.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to appreciate... Tomorrow the bowl cereal is going to be the best tasting bowl cereal he's ever had. Which, is a really good point in a way, but...
That's one of my favorite movies ever.
Fight Club?
Fight Club is awesome.
A great movie. It is a fantastic movie.
It's great.
I remember watching on TV once, and it was one of those movie facts after the movie, kind of after that. And
Brad Pitt was never in this movie, actually.
Brad Pitt was never. And they're talking about kind of the consumerism. They were talking about this movie actually inspired real fight clubs all over the country.
Yeah, and the movie's about anti-consumerism,
And
and
it's
then
like,
it turns
do
into.
you guys not see the movie? Did you not get the point? It's like, I love it when I hear about military guys. Their favorite movie is Full Metal Jacket.
Full Metal
When
Jacket's
it's this
awesome.
complete anti-war, anti-military movie.
Bullshit! I can't hear you.
It's just like, ugh.
That's another great one. You remember that whole movie, right?
Not often. Not often. I don't watch it. I haven't seen it in years.
I love the first half of it. Like the second half, I could do
It gets
without.
weird.
But I'm talking about like the first half where they're in training and all that with the drill sergeant and everything.
That's where
That part's pretty good.
Lee Army gets shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Vincent D'Onofrio is good in it.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I know.
No, I don't at all.
Me love you long time.
I'm trying to. I keep mixing it up when I have it in my head. I know what all the actors look like and everything. I don't know any of their names, but I keep wanting to say Jake Gyllenhaal's in that movie because he was in Jarhead. And Jarhead was a horrible movie.
Jarhead sucked.
It was horrible for most of it. There were some
Like,
good parts.
look,
actually, now that I think about it.
I love movies where talking is the main thing. I love character development. I love the building things. I actually liked the other guy more than I liked Gyllenhaal to it. I thought
Jamie
his
Foxx?
No, the other guy. His buddy.
The spotter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think they were really working on his character a lot better than Gyllenhaal, but that movie was boring as shit. Like,
So you think about this for a second. That movie wasn't about fighting. It was about people walking, right? And talking
sure.
and doing shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of it is just dialogue between two people walking around, right?
It's a Kevin Smith movie.
I know. That's exactly what I was going to say. If he directed it, do you think it would have been better? Or if he wrote it?
No.
No?
I don't think he would have saved that movie. I
think it would have been funnier.
He would never have touched it just because I don't think it would have been Bazali. He doesn't like doing those
No, it doesn't matter.
things. That doesn't matter. Fuck you, Kevin Smith. You're gonna direct this.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh,
I had a whole other tangent I was going to go off of, but I completely forgot what I was going to say again.
well, you can do it on the next episode.
I'm having a terrible time remembering things today. I don't know why.
Me too. But that's been going on for like the last 3 years. I'm pretty convinced that my ex-wife used to take advantage of me with my piss poor memory. Because she would say that I did stuff or I didn't do something I thought I did. And
Even if you did it, she's like, no, you did do it. What the hell?
either way, yeah. I was like, oh, I guess I can't dispute you. I don't really remember.
What the fuck are we watching?
I've been noticing it's like a video game.
No, it's
You
not.
like this.
It's a photo shoot. It's not a video game.
If it's for a video game.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Just
Sports games are horrible. Never
EA
mind,
Global Product Manager. That's a fucking game.
It looks pretty good, though, doesn't
Fucking
it?
dipshit.
If a games looked like that when you were 10, would you have played it?
I played video games when I was 10, but not like a lot. Like I played Mario and Contra and Street Fighter, stuff like that.
Mario's awesome.
I just don't have I don't have the attention span to do stuff like that. The only thing that I really want to do before I die is get laid one more time and
Just
play.
once more?
Yeah, just once more. That's it.
Remember that. You know who I'm talking to.
And play Arkham Asylum because my friends told me, like, because I love Batman, I was like, it's a pretty good game and it's not incredibly skilled. Like,
I have those 3 games if you want to
Cool.
borrow them. Yeah.
like you don't need a lot of skill to do it. It's not
There's a lot of games like
thinky
that.
game. You don't have to do a ton of like code. Just like basically go up, punch something. That's it.
Like, there's a lot of games that I play more narrative-based games than skill-based.
But what I like, what I liked about those particular games is whoever did the art for those games just spot on got what I've always imagined Batman would look like.
Mm-hmm.
It's and the Joker. They both look like perfectly of what I thought like they would look like in real life, and they did a real good job.
Mm-hmm.
That was also not fun per se, but the game of that you had me do that demo.
PT.
That was scary.
It was
That was
amazing.
scary.
It was scary how good it was.
Like I was literally like, "You do this, I'm not doing it."
Well, you got to play that game when it comes out, Russ, just because you've always wanted to
Is
be
it not out
Normaritas.
yet?
No, it's not.
I thought you said it was alright.
No, that was just a teaser for it.
Well, I said, "How'd your game go?" And you said you beat it.
Oh no, that was.
I think you may have thought I was asking about another game.
No. That was the Evil Within. That's
I see commercials for that look scary.
It's not as. I played the Alien game that came out, Isolation, and that was way more scary than the Evil Within. Like,
Never seen Alien. I want to because I hear it's a really good.
you
horror
never
movie.
seen the first Alien?
Never seen any of the Alien movies, except Alien versus Predator because I got
was
drunk
horrible.
and we were like, yeah.
I remember the first time I watched Alien vs Predator. It was actually just over there at Alyeska.
Did you see Requiem?
Requiem. What do you mean?
The second one.
Yeah, the one that starts in the jungle.
Because like when they were coming, either it was Requiem or the first, and one of them,
Mm-hmm.
where they're like running away, and it was near the end of the movie, and we thought that, well, this blonde girl, she survived. Like we always thought the horrors always
Mm-hmm.
get it, but here she is, man. At the end of the movie, she's gonna make it.
Mm-hmm.
Then fucking Predator throws this giant star and nails her to the wall. Like, oh, I guess not.
It's like the end of
Thanks
all the Final Destination movies.
Thanks for playing.
You ever watch those?
No.
There's always a scene at the end where it's like, oh, yay, the survivors, and then they all get taken out.
Is it all
It's like
hokey?
a year after. Here you go.
Are those movies all just hokey
Yeah.
and shit?
It's really weird. No, but I never understood how Alien versus Predator kind of synced up with the Alien and Predator storylines. Because you think about it, the first Alien movie is like 20 something, or
20
it's like
years after.
no, it's like 200 years from now or something like that.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like way in the future, and this is supposed to be like the first time they've ever seen like an alien or anything like that, or come into contact with it.
Yeah.
And the what do you call it? What's the corporation? What? It's like a W.
I don't remember.
Wayland. The Wayland Corporation is like they don't know what it is, and when like I know you haven't seen it, but
Like,
there's
I
a
know
part-
a little bit about it.
there's a part in the second movie where they think like people are crazy for thinking that the
Game
alien
over,
exists.
Man. Game over. I know that.
Over, man.
And I know, get your hands off her, you bitch. I know that.
No, like I'm not talking about that. Like where they're trying to convince the Wayland Corporation that this is real and all that, and they're like, "No, it's bullshit." But if it happened back in like 2009 or whenever those movies were based,
Yeah.
where Alien and Predator are fighting and stuff, and the Wayland Corporation comes in and all that, and they see it, they just forget about all that going into that mission or whatever.
Yeah.
They're just like, no, that's irrelevant. There's no way we'll run into anything like this ever again. Wipe the drives. We're good.
You think this will ever happen again?
Nah.
No.
Especially not if we're exploring further into space.
The deeper we go. Ooh, that'd be a good porn parody.
You know what I really want to see?
Alien, The deeper we go.
Oh, God, no. No, I want to see, what's that movie called? It's like Exodius, Gods Among Us or something like that. The one with Batman. You know what I'm talking about?
The game we played.
No. It's a movie. It's coming out. It's about
What?
like it's about Egypt and like Moses and like how like the slaves come and then Moses takes them away.
The actor in Batman.
Yeah.
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
What's he doing?
Yeah. He's doing
Is
that.
it a biblical movie?
Yeah, he's playing like Moses. And he like comes in to like take the slaves away from Egypt and like all the plagues are coming in and shit. That movie looks good. And like the Pharaoh or whatever was like his brother or something like that, like adopted brother or something like that.
Did you
They're,
see
like,
Noah?
talking to it? No.
That movie sucked.
Yeah, I heard it wasn't all that good. Well, I want to see this. It looks awesome. And it's going through the trailer, right? Like I watched the whole trailer. I'm like, okay, the only two people I recognize is this and the other dude. And I'm going through it, And then all the names are popping up at the end. You know how like it's like credited?
Yeah.
And Aaron Paul's in that movie. And I was like, where the fuck was he?
Well, he's God.
No. Because apparently he's just getting thrown in movies now.
Yeah.
All over the place.
Good for him, man.
I know.
Have you watched BoJack Horseman?
No.
Oh, that's a funny cartoon, dude.
I keep hearing about that. But...
And Aaron Paul's a producer,
Mm-hmm.
and he's in it. He does a voice.
Yeah.
And it's not like he just pops in like every now and then. He actually carries a lot of dialogue, and he actually does a lot in the show. And he's actually very funny and has a very good timing.
Mm-hmm.
He plays a Jesse Pinkman type character.
Yeah.
So,
Have you ever seen Entourage?
no.
I think you should start watching that.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
It's good. Like the main characters are like some of them are good, some of them are not. Like there's times where they don't really hit or anything like that.
Well, it doesn't. You don't always have to have like good characters. Like I like certain things where there's no redeeming characters in the entire fucking thing.
But like the story is interesting enough to keep watching, and like when they bring in like celebrities into it, they play themselves, but just like an amped up version of themselves. It's kind of fun to see. Like Mark Wahlberg's a producer on it. He comes in and out, and like Matt Damon comes in and all that. It's just fun to see that.
All right, I'll give it a shot for you.
You better.
I'll give it a shot. Well, Scott, this was fun.
It was fun.
We're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much for listening, everybody. You have any recommendations?
For what?
Anything. Just anything.
Hershey's chocolate. Amazing.
BoJack Horseman on Netflix. Go watch it. It's one of the funniest shows I've ever seen.
I don't like the animation in it.
It is kind of hokey, but I
Yeah.
mean, it's still pretty.
Like, have you ever gone back to see the first season of Family Guy?
Oh, dude, it is rough. It is rough.
And
Watch
South Park too, yeah.
South Park, it's rough. Or even Venture Brothers.
Oh, I know.
It's it can get pretty.
Like, you don't really notice it as it's getting better, but if you jump all the way back to the beginning, it's really bad.
Oh, this sucks.
It's like, that is actually construction paper they're making those characters out of.
That's what their the first episode was.
Yeah, it was all stop motion, right?
Yeah, it was like click, click, click.
Why don't we do this whole show in stop motion?
It's a thought. All right, that is going to do it for Board to Alaska. I'm Russ Luriel.
I'm Scott Golding.
Go north, my friends.
You learned. I'm happy about you.